Good morning, everybody. We are here. We're ready to go. It's sunny outside today. Little cool, but nonetheless, we got Gen G first in the chat. Chris thought he was first. Chris was second. We got Jen, Chris, Jen, Alien Head, Ryan the Rapper. All of you guys, so glad to have you in here. Let's check the market out, see what's going on so far today. We got AMC, the top left-hand side of the screen, sitting at $4.20, down 2.21% on the day today. GameStop sitting at $24.02, 2.42% higher. You guys can see it. Shiba Inu Coin, $18.65. It was up. Now it's back down, following Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down on the bottom or top right-hand side of the screen for you guys, sitting at $76,000 flat. Testing 76,670 today, still finding a little resistance at yesterday's all-time high, sitting at $76,500. Come up, test it 4 times today, currently sitting at 76,042. We're gonna watch it play out, but nonetheless still green on the day today, 0.14% higher. Nasdaq break even, man. Check the Nasdaq out, almost just sideways action today. No volatility whatsoever, 0.02% lower right now, and a 4-point tick brings us back up to break even. You've got Dogecoin sitting at 19 cents, 19.27 cents. Shiba Inu Coin 18.61. Ethereum looking very good still, 29.07. Ethereum breaking out of that 2,700 point per coin mark, getting ready to test 3,000 and then 3,500. Did I say point per coin? $3,000, guys. $3,500 per coin, not points there. Bitcoin sitting at 76, 75, 992. The SPY 597, QQQ 513, Mullen Auto puck 73, man. All-time lows on Mullen Auto. The chart is so low because just, I don't know, 5 months ago it was sitting at $785. Now it's $1.70. Go back to last year. Was it $1,700? It has lost 99% since then, and is currently sitting at $1.71. Wow, man. Sundial $1.97, down 4% of the day today. You got Netflix. Yeah, we know what to not say about Sundial. MPW sitting at 485, 6.94% higher today. Tesla 317. Holy smokes, man. Is this an all-time high? No, it was at 400. Wow. 318 on Tesla. My goodness, man. What a rally today. It's almost like Elon Musk is important. Wow. 208, 209 on Amazon, and $227 on Apple. But we are going to watch Bitcoin play out on the top left-hand side of the screen there. Coming back over into the chat now. Let's see what we got going on. And all of you guys are sleeping. It's about time somebody wakes up. Say something. Gen G in the house? Yes, she is. What do you think about the Shiba Shootout coin? Dude, are you hacking me? Doing a video on Shiba Shootout later today. I swear this dude's hacking me, man. How does he know I'm going to talk about Shiba Shootout today? Wild, man. Wild. Doing a video on Shiba Shootout later today. Shiba Shootout is actually looking very solid, right? So here's my thoughts on it. Watch the video for full details. But I will tell you, Shiba Shootout's presale is ending in 7 days and I believe 7 hours. So it's the last time you're going to be able to buy. I don't know if that's the launch date or if they're just going to end the presale and then, of course, announce the launch date and so on. But, dude, Shiba Shootout is getting ready to launch. Now, its presale has been smaller than something like Pepe Unchained. They did $25 million. Shiba Shootout has done $1.2 million in sales, which is very respectable. But it's getting ready to launch. Potentially at the beginning of an absolute retail FOMO rally, right? We've got Bitcoin testing all-time highs on a daily basis right now. Dogecoin, Shiba Inu Coin, Solana's above $200 a coin at the moment. Ethereum getting ready to rip through that 3,000. If Bitcoin breaks and goes on a technical run, If Ethereum's back up above 3,000, 3,500, testing $4,000 all-time highs. If Shiba Inu Coin decides to finally break resistance at 1,900 to 2,000 points per coin. And if Dogecoin rips through that 20-cent level at the same time the Shiba Shootout is launched, it doesn't matter what I think about it. Bulls are going to be buying. Euphoria is going to be setting in. People are going to be excited. And when people get excited during bull markets, it does not matter what it is. They buy it. So that's kind of my thoughts on Shiba Shootout right now. I don't know if they could have timed this any better. We want gains. We want gains. We want gains. We want gains. We do want gains, man. We do want gains. Me in particular, look, I got some Solana, I got some Ethereum, I got a little bit of Bitcoin. Like, I got all of these in decent quantities, right? But meme coins. I want to see this trickle down into the meme coin sector. I want to see some major gains. I want to see these 4, 5, 10x opportunities, which are realistic, guys. I'm not sitting out here asking for, 100x gains or anything crazy like you see in a tiny little token that's brand new, that just launched, and you got to risk it all to get in it. I'm talking modest, man. You guys know that 2, 3, 4, 5x gains in the meme coin sector is relatively modest during a retail explosion. So we saw, 4 or 5x gains in Shiba Inu Coin back in March. And if we see 4 or 5x gains, we're going to be hitting all-time highs, right? But I would love to see that, man, because it's going to inspire a meme coin rally. And I think that we can all take advantage of it. So what do you guys look like? Are you looking for more meme gains? Are you looking for layer 2 gains? Are you looking for, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, some layer 1 gains? What do we got? What do we want to see here? Is it memes? You guys majority memes, or what are we looking at? Because we do want gains. I just want to make sure, and I want gains across the board, right? I want meme coin gains, which typically come after blue chips, which typically come after the major altcoins. So I might have to wait for it to trickle down a little bit as Bitcoin is already saturated, hitting some all-time highs. Near token. We talking Near Protocol? Agvan? Is that what we're talking about? I just want to make sure, because there's probably a lot of Nears out there. Hello, all. I'll take 3x gains on SHIB. There you go, Jeremiah. Dude, 3x gains on SHIB puts us, 5,500, 6,000 points per coin? Yeah, man. And I don't even think that that's ridiculous to think. I think that's actually a little bit more conservative for the upcoming bull market. Bitcoin to 100K. Moji, man, we're not that far away, right? We're essentially one technical breakout from Bitcoin hitting $80,000. And then once we start to leave the 60s in the dust, right? People are going to be talking. And then the excitement sets in. Oh my gosh, Bitcoin's 80,000. Bitcoin's going to 100,000. That's what the videos are going to be. That's what the news articles are going to be. I actually posted a video on that 99 Bitcoins channel yesterday. Bitcoin could be headed to $100,000, and this meme coin could explode on the news. So the articles are already talking, right? I went into an article in that video. The articles are already pointing people towards $100,000 Bitcoin or more. Now, me personally, I think it's going to have some trouble at 100,000. Like I said, I think it was yesterday, people always put their take profits around these significant, emotionally awesome numbers and so on. So completely up to you. I don't think that it's just going to rip through 100,000 and not face significant resistance there. But dude, I'm not against $150,000. I am kind of against $250,000 Bitcoin in this cycle here. I don't think that we get that. But I do think that we could be testing between 100 and 200. Absolutely. I just don't think we rip right through 100 as easy as a lot of people would hope. Jeremy, what's going on? We all need a little Solana in our lives. We do need a little Solana in our lives, man. Does everybody in this chat right now have Solana in their portfolio? I want to know. Hey, I'm not gonna... What? I'm not going to make it? No, you are going to make it. I think that says not going to make it. JB, you are going to make it, man. The game I'm invested in keeps having bugs, and I'm going to miss the bull. You are not going to miss the bull market, dude. JB, let me tell you 2 things, right? Number 1, the guys that are developing your game need to bring in somebody that can fix these bugs, okay? There's people out there that literally eat bugs. There's developers out there that would do it for fun because they love eating bugs. Number 2, dude, bull market, people don't care about bugs, dude. People don't care. People don't care about bugs. They don't care about the game during a bull market. Remember 2021, man. People were sending Clifford Inu. Okay? They were sending Clifford Inu 100x higher in a month. Stupid coin. People were sending Shinja. You remember Shinja? Shibnobi? Shinja? With like a 69 quintillion supply or something. People were sending that up 100 plus X. People don't look at what they're buying in a bull market, man. You're not going to miss it. So as long as people know the name of your token, they will be buying it when retail FOMO kicks in. I mean, dude, those Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs going for $1 million a piece. People don't make sense. There's no logic. They won't care about bugs in an upcoming bull market. If you guys post about the game, if you guys get people interested, if they see the name of your token, they're going to be buying it, man. What's your thoughts on this? Well, I have no thoughts, so let's pull it up. I gotta copy that. Yeah, copy that. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick F, good morning to you, Nick F. Morning, all. Forrest, good morning to you. What are your thoughts on XRP? Will they be a new all-time, will they be the new Ethereum like I'm hearing? No. So Solana or Tron or one of these other blockchains could be the new Ethereum, okay? I don't think that, with that being said, DApps and meme coins and everything being built on a bigger, faster, stronger blockchain, sure, well, one of those new blockchains could overtake Ethereum. I don't think XRP overtakes Ethereum. I think XRP overtakes essentially international banking transactions, right? I think XRP is going to be able to compete with actual banks that facilitate cross-border payments. So I think it's a little bit of a different concern or a little bit of a different comparison there between the blockchains. I wouldn't compare it to Ethereum. I'd compare it to the banking system. I gotta paste that. Remember, live in your pod and eat the bugs. That's what they want for us. Yeah, I was talking about developers eating coding bugs, but yeah, man, some people actually like to eat bugs as well. It's a delicacy. This one, oh man, I don't even have it on the right monitor. Let's pull this bad boy up on the right monitor here. Scroll up, paste that. All right, the DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency. Let's see this bad boy. This was a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event, if I've ever seen one. Holy smokes, dude. In one day, it went from 20 cents to 85 cents here. It's a pretty good one. This is a tough call, Alien Head. It's a tough call, man. Because this is in a very similar situation to a lot of those T-Man tokens, right? The most speculative event surrounding this token is over now. It was the election day here, and it did very well, and now it's starting to pull back. 10,000 holders, not a bad amount of holders. $300,000 in the liquidity pool, not a bad amount, but certainly not huge. And then $2.80 million in market cap clearly has potential to go much higher. The question that I would ask, and I mean, my answer right now is obvious because I have sold off of my T-Man tokens. I don't own any of them at the moment, but I'm not opposed to buying back in. Okay? I don't know where DOGE, or Department of Government Efficiency here, finds support. My best guess would be back down in this area right here. 5, 6, maybe 10 cents, right? I'd be looking, well, it's all right. I'll put 2 lines on and then refresh it. I'd be looking in this area as my level of support. Why? Because on a daily chart, there's very, very little support in this area at 20 cents that it came down and tested today. There might be a little bit more on your 4-hour or 1-hour chart in that area right there. Yeah, you can see that it did wick up here on a 4-hour chart. Testing it. So you do have some support in this 20-cent area. Man, dude, why I got so many lines on here? All right, so you do have some support in this area on a 4-hour chart right here, and it may hold up. If this is broken, I'd be watching that 5 to 10 cent level. Now, like I say, man, my personal opinion is that I'm not buying back into any of them yet because I feel like this. Sorry. I feel like the speculation that traders have or had is over. The election was the driver. The election was the catalyst for these tokens. But I don't think that it's over long term. T-Man's going to have 4 years, right? Elon's going to have at least 4 years and probably even more if the Department of Government Efficiency actually makes the government more efficient. Think about that. They're not going to drop that. Maybe a new administration would drop that or switch, but this could be a decent longer term play, and it's a very small $2.8 million market cap right now. So I'm still a little leery of touching those tokens, but might not be a bad token at all if Elon stays with the Department of Government Efficiency. Where Bob? Let's look at Bob. And I want to pull up Bob because it is listed on here. I want to pull up Bob on the KSEC centralized exchange since I already got it up. You guys, man, this is actually a really good centralized exchange. I got links for it in all my videos, but you can come out here. You can trade futures on Bob. No, not traded futures. You can't trade futures on Bob yet. Only spot for Bob. But a lot of the other meme coins, you can trade futures, which means that you can trade on leverage. But Bob on the daily, right, is currently here at 4 zeros and a 378. Recently, back on October 12th, October 13th, came up to a 4-0 and a 5 all-time, not all-time high, but recent high, and is back down a little bit. Over the last 3 days, has done beautifully on the election news, roughly a 50% gain from these recent lows back up to the election news high right there. So Bob coming back down a little bit today. Overall, market's a little mixed today with some of the meme coins giving up some of the gains. I know that Mother and Daddy token were both down about between 5 and 10% today. Some of the T-Man tokens actually were bouncing back up between 20 and 50% today. Still very low, but bouncing back up nonetheless. So, yeah, Bob not looking too bad either, man. And if you guys want to grab it on a centralized exchange, KSEC centralized exchange has it, and they have it right there at your disposal. Go grab some. I got to come back out to this screen right here. Lots of us talking about meme coins, having to run this weekend or during the next week. What do you think? Dude, I truly think that I think at any given time or at any given moment, this stuff could explode now. We're already starting to see a tick up. Okay, we had our levels of 4, September, October here. November's already starting to tick up. Now, I would be slightly more skeptical of a rally just this weekend or like, this upcoming week right now. But I'm ready for it, right? And the only reason I'm a little bit skeptical is because November was a decent uptick, but it wasn't the major bull market. So we could have a decent uptick in November, but I don't think it's going to be the major bull market. I think we got just a little bit more time for that, but you know, I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope that I wake up tomorrow and all my stuff is up 5x. Like, it'd be a very strong move. I would be very excited, and I would take profit on that move there. But historically speaking, yeah, man, I expect an uptick throughout this November. I really do. We're 8 days in. It's still very early. People are excited with Bitcoin hitting those highs. People are excited as SHIB and DOGE and Solana and Ethereum are literally right on the verge of a major breakout. And if that excitement just simply continues on, we're going to see some major gains. The longer term, more sustainable gains, in my opinion, come as a couple factors hit. Number one, overall economy is doing well. People feel strong. Number two, I don't know if I said two factors or more than two factors, but number two, interest rates are lower, so people legitimately have more money going into their accounts. And finally, just the crypto industry booming. Exchanges like Coinbase and Crypto.com and so on allowed to list tokens. They've been under such scrutiny from the SEC for the last 3-4 years that they have not been allowed to list tokens. They've been afraid to list tokens. They've been afraid to grow. Dude, if they start listing these tokens and you and your friends and so on start saying, dude, you should check out the Coinbase app. You know you're near a peak when somebody you've never heard talk about crypto before comes up to you. You guys have been in this live stream for 3 years, right? They come up to you and say, dude, you should download Coinbase. You should check out cryptocurrency. If you don't own any crypto, you should check it out. Yeah, then you kind of know you're at a peak when people who haven't been in the game start talking about the game. You know, it might be a little bit saturated at that point. But I would imagine we see that indicated on the screen as well. I would imagine that's when your blue line starts to get into the 20, 30, 40, 50 area, and we're really starting to move. So, yeah, it could, at any given time, start to take off. I expect it to take a little bit longer than this weekend, but, dude, I'm not going to be the one to stop it. I would be way too happy if it just takes off and moves higher, man. I really would. I'd be way too happy. Let's see. Crow is currently flying. We take a look at Crow as well. That's what birds do. They fly. That they do, man. Panda, thank you very much. Panda, grabbing that green name. Guys, I want to see 52 of you welcoming Panda right now. I want to see 52 guys in here saying thanks to Panda for grabbing that green name, joining us, and becoming a bro. Panda, thank you very much for that, man. Absolutely appreciate it. Thoughts on meth? Don't do it. At least he had a ticker symbol. At least he had the $sign on there, right? Let's see. I can see the FOMO, but is it a pump and dump? Haven't had the time to do the research. Gosh, I never know how to say your name. So 82. Yes, the bull markets, the FOMO rallies typically are a pump and dump. Okay, I want to be very clear with that. Now, it's not necessarily an intended pump and dump. What happens is retail investors come pouring in. Retail investors buy anything and everything. The retail investors that were here before typically see some very large gains and start to take some profit. Or institutions on larger coins like Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, and so on, they start to take their profit. And the new retail investors that come in, let's just say there's a 10% swing to the downside. Now, dude, 10% swing in something like Shiba Inu Coin for you is like a walk in the park. You've been here for years. It happens on a daily basis, and you can deal with it. The new guys that come in are so emotionally immature that they cannot deal with it. You know, they think that cryptocurrency is going to be like going out there and investing in their 401k or putting their money in a checking account. You never lose, right? It just only goes up forever. As soon as they see a loss, they panic like crazy. They panic immediately, man, and they sell. And they cause that 10% decline to become a 20% decline. And then the 20% decline becomes a 30% decline. And it does create a very fast profit-taking situation for a FOMO bull market rally. So it does turn into a nice pump because new retail pouring in, they're buying anything and everything. But unfortunately, they're so emotionally unstable that they sell it, and it does turn into a dump as well. So I don't think we're there yet. I don't think that this is the retail FOMO rally or anything. But it will be like that, man. We're not going to see Bitcoin just rip up to $200,000 and then never come back down. As a matter of fact, I will say this. Historically speaking, we should never see Bitcoin below $60,000 again. If you want to get extremely technical, we should probably never see it below $67,000 again. And I'm basing that off the fact that every election cycle, Bitcoin hit its all-time low from there on out that week. In 2016, Bitcoin was about $750 during the election week. The lowest it had ever hit after that was $3,000. In 2020, Bitcoin hit, it was like $11,000, $12,000. The lowest it had ever hit after that was like between $15,000 and $17,000. This week, during the election week, this has been a very long week. The lowest Bitcoin hit was like 68,000. So from here on out, we should theoretically never see $68,000 Bitcoin again. Like sub 68. But that doesn't mean that we rip up to 200 and stay at 200. We could rip up to $100, $150, $200,000 Bitcoin and then come back down to test $80,000 Bitcoin. And it's going to seem extremely cheap if we do. But guys, keep it in perspective. Even if 2 years from now, we're seeing $80,000 Bitcoin again, after $100, $150, $200,000, imagine the opportunity that next bull market cycle brings. I know nobody wants to imagine life 3, 4, 5 years down the road. But dude, you've been here for 2021. You've been here for 2024. If you're here for the 2029 to 2030 cycle again, imagine being able to 10, 20x your money this time around and then 10, 20x it again. That's a 100 to 200x increase. And a 2020 would be 400x increase on your money. It doesn't take a lot. It just takes a lot of patience. With no one gifting members anymore, I just had to do it. Panda, man, appreciate you getting that green name again. And yeah, the membership gifts have been a little slower, but it's all right, man. I think that when everybody starts making money in the crypto market, the bull market's here, everybody's excited. I think that green names will be flowing, but I am very grateful that you got that green name, man. Let's see. Xiaoming says, hey, you're really good at these charts, but are you able to save my marriage? I don't think anybody else could do that, Xiaoming. I think that is completely up to you, man. Okay? I do think that's completely up to you. I could offer you advice all day long, but I do think that's completely up to you. So no, I can't, and I don't think that anybody else could. I think you gotta want to save it, man. And if you want to save it, I absolutely think that you will. Sick Money Moves beat by J86. Let's get it, man. The volatility in SHIB today is getting me seasick. Yeah, Jeremiah, you'll be able to handle it, though. And Bitcoin, guys, take a look at it. Bitcoin posting a very nice 5-minute candle here, going from 75.9 to 76.345. Shiba Inu Coin trying to post the same candle there, but not doing as well as Bitcoin. Why? Why is Bitcoin outpacing everything? We've seen it in 2017. We saw it in 2021. We're probably going to see it again right now. First to move, Bitcoin. It's what everybody knows about. When you go to your grandpa and you say, hey, man, have you heard of cryptocurrency? He's going to say, oh, yeah, Bitcoin. He's heard of Bitcoin at this point. Does he own any? Probably not, but he's heard of it. You go to the guy down the street. You talk about crypto. He's going to be thinking Bitcoin when you say the word crypto. Bitcoin is the most saturated. It's the largest. It's where everybody goes first. And then the money trickles down to the alts. And then the money trickles down to the memes. So yeah, I do expect Bitcoin to continue outpacing for a little while. And then once it starts to rip through all-time highs and it takes its explosion, that's when it is game on, dude. We're so close to game on territory. I mean, we're so close to game on territory right now. Think about it. We're only 5% above the previous all-time high. Imagine when we're 50% above and people start to think that Bitcoin is pretty expensive and they start moving into alts. And then they start moving into memes when those alts are pretty expensive. Oh my gosh. Frankie! Thanks for the super chat, Frank. Frank says, doing super romantic Christmas gift for the fiance. 2 close nebulas, the heart and the soul. Doing a 24-hour image and making a print. She makes every day amazing. Oh, dang it. Frank, you're the man, dude. You're the man. I mean, I don't know. I think that's awesome, dude. I think that's awesome. 24, and you're gonna share these pictures. I mean, you can share them with her first if you want to. Okay, I get it, but you're gonna be sharing these pictures in the Discord, right? Because I thought that previous one you took was absolutely incredible, and I want to see the next ones. And if you want to get a little nerdy on it, Frank, I actually really liked your explanation of the arc time and all this different stuff for the sizes of these clusters, these galaxies or whatever they are compared to the moon. So if you want to come prepared with some nerd notes as well, I actually really liked the description you had of like the size and the distance and all of the incomprehensible numbers that you were sharing. Break it that heart and soul down that way. I think it'll be that much better. So please do, man. Please do. Vance is the top holder of Avalanche. Just saying. He needs to be. Listen, if Vance is the top holder of Mother or Daddy. Oh man. You know, if T-Man was just like, well, you know what he should do? He probably won't. But T-Man should hire Andrew Tate to be the White House press secretary. Oh, God. That was the best vision. Just picture that for a minute. Okay? Just picture that for a minute. Because I know nobody in here could possibly like the current one. But could you imagine the uproar? Could you imagine the uproar if Andrew Tate was the White House press secretary? They'd go in for an interview. They'd ask him a question, man. He would just shoot him down immediately. Oh, God. Daddy Token would probably do very well if Andrew Tate was the White House press secretary. But that would be an absolute... Oh, my gosh. That'd be an absolute shock. I'd cry if that happened. It says, my lady sends me a link for this thing to buy. My dad loves to toot, a hilarious rhyming storybook about founding fathers to enjoy with their kids. Don't even click it. I didn't even click it. It just said yes. 100%. He bought it already, man. He just go grab it. Just go grab it. I need some cheddar. We all want that cheddar southpaw sling. We got it. Frank is the man. Frank is the man, dude. He says, get a room, man, with your heart and soul nebula out there. Get a little room. What's up, guys? Sorry I'm late. Out deer hunting. Lonnie, keep the volume low, man. I don't want to scare those deers away. But if you were turkey hunting, I'd call the turkeys for you. But I don't want to scare the deer away. Let's see, my son is playing in the football playoffs tonight. Wish him luck. Southpaw Slinger's son. I don't know if you're listening right now or not, but you got a big game ahead of you today. Now, the overall objective is, of course, to have some fun, right? But these are the playoffs. It is game time. You better get your beast mode on. You better be ready to play like you have never played before. Competitive edge? Sure. Competition? It can rile the blood. But you're a kid. So remember, have some fun out there, dude. Lay it all on the line. Whether you win or lose, give it your all. And you're definitely guaranteed a winner. Let's see. Frank can make me one of those smuggler. Yeah, Frank, would you just like to send out, everybody could just take their own, but Frank, would you like to send out multiple prints of the heart and soul? You had a very good idea, but some of us are lacking in, $10,000 camera equipment to take pictures of the sun. So could you help everybody else out there and send some heart and soul nebulas to the crowd, please? Because we're going to end up screenshotting them anyway, and it might as well come from an original print source. Anyone see Crows had a nice run? No, but somebody mentioned it a minute ago. I'm going to pull it up right now. Let's see. Here's Terra Classic up 3% on the day today. Is it trending? No, Crow's not even trending. That's crazy. 20% gain, my man. 10-cent Crow. 20% gain today, going from 8 cents to 10 cents. Very nice. From 9 cents to almost 11 cents. This is technically almost 11 cents. Very nice run, man. 9 cents to 11 cents this morning. Yeah, Crow definitely is having a nice run there. And why? Here's my blacked out version of CoinMarketCap. I like CoinMarketCap better in dark mode. But I don't know what they did with dark mode. And I don't think it's here. It is here. There we go. All right, cool. Yeah, Crow looking very good today. Up 20%, man. And for such a large coin, I think that this could be the anticipation, right? I don't know if things are going to fall back down. But here's what I do know, okay? Back in 2021, when Shiba Inu Coin was ripping higher, the amount of people that were signing up for Webull and the amount of people that were signing up for, Coinbase and stuff, I mean, right now, 0 people are signing up for Webull. Some of the people are signing up for the Cashapp centralized exchange that I talk about, but like nobody signs up for Webull, even though we use it on the live stream, and I use it in a lot of my videos. Nobody signs up for that. When people start pouring in and signing up for Crypto.com and Cashapp and Coinbase and so on, that's another indicator, man. And a lot of people are using that. I see that one floating around Twitter a lot, or X, that when Coinbase becomes a number 1 downloaded app, that is another indicator that you guys can use that maybe the market is saturated by retail investors and it might be a good idea to take some profit. Very similar to the blue line that I show on the screen where cryptocurrency search volume is rising once again out on Google. Good luck, Southpaw Sling a Sun. Heck yeah, man. Poor Bambi's dead. Yeah, don't kill any Bambis, man. Don't do that. We like the Bambis out there. Hey, bro, 21,000 saved for a new car. Is that a good down payment for a Kia? No, that's the price of a new Kia Panda. That's the price. That's a down payment on like a brand new Corvette Z06. 21,000 is the price of a new Kia, man. So yeah, I would say that's definitely more than a good amount. Let's see. We need to know Diddy. Yeah, I would agree with that one, man. They did start to make those a couple weeks ago. They're probably all back down to 0 so far. Is there a dress code for the press secretary? I'm imagining Tay with without a shirt on, smoking a cigar, and telling reporters to F off. Yeah, and saying a lot more than that, too. JB, I have no idea, but he could probably make his own dress code, right? Because that is exactly what he would be doing. Dude, somebody would ask a question, and he'd be like, that's a stupid question. You're an idiot. Next. And probably use a little bit more vulgar words than that, but yeah, he wouldn't be dealing with any of that. Oh, God. Dude, I think that would be wild. Probably the best thing for Daddy Coin to ever happen. Probably the best thing that'll never happen for Daddy Coin. Let's put it that way. Don't worry, Clay. You're running here, bud. No scaring the deer away. Lonnie, good deal, man. Frank will have kids on the way in no time. Yeah, dude, this time next year, forefathers. Ask Dark Bro where he put the dark mode. Where is Dark Bro, man? We had a good 2-3 days of Dark Bro hanging out with us, but we haven't seen him in a while. The one I share the Discord will have copyright proof overlaid on the image. Dang it, Frank, just sign the bottom right, man. We don't want no copyright stuff. We don't want no copyright stuff. Just put, like, Get your signature on the bottom right so that everybody knows you're a famous artist. We don't need to copyright the Mona Lisa. Everybody knows who took that. But you can put your signature down on there like a real artist. I like none of that copyright stuff, Frank. We got to be, because we know none of us are going to be removing that copyright, but we will leave your signature there. We will make you famous, my friend. Oh, this was taken by Frank? Oh, wow. Just Frank, too, you know? And people will be like, oh, yeah, I know Frank. Definitely. Clay, want to see a stock in my portfolio? Check out XLP. XLP. Consumer staples sector. It's actually on a little bit of a downturn, coming down from $84 to $80 and back up. So I'm going to... God, dude, this dude always picks, like, the craziest good stocks. Move this back down a little bit so you guys can see the full extent of this stock here. This is a weekly chart that you are seeing. What a crazy 2024 that XLP has had. Going from 64 bucks, literally nothing but upside all year long, and is continuing that beautiful trend line, man. So, oops. So if you come out here, you see these higher lows that have been hit, following it brilliantly, also following the higher lows that have been hit here, and hopefully that continues on. But let's see the even longer term, because that's about a year of that graph right there. Wow, man. You want some slow, steady, golly bum, dude. Like, go back to 2010, right? See these higher lows. The only time you really broke down below these higher lows here is during the lockdowns. That's it. And I mean, everything was dropping there. Now, let's put it this way, right? Not 100%. This is a weekly chart, so this is going to take a very long time. But, dude, the best you could probably hope for is a retracement to this line right here. So, I mean, you could get in, and you could have a nice 2% dividend yield. Can you share to sell options? You could sell some options on this if you would like to sell some options. It's a little bit more expensive, so if you could afford 100 shares, you could sell some options on it. But, dude, that is some phenomenal long-term growth there since 2010. And, I mean, it has every time can come back down and hit this trend line. So you would expect it at some point. But, dude, if it takes another year or two to hit it, you're going to be at this price when it comes back down to hit it. So, phenomenal graph, man. That's one that you're like, oh, yeah, I bought that stock 10 years ago. It's quadrupled in value. And people are like, wow, that's it? Yeah, it took me 10 years to quadruple my money, but I never had a loss. I was only ever sitting on a gain. Man. Anyway, very good pick, man. XLP, very strong. Let's see. When trading on leverage, say you choose 3x, how much of an increase do you need to cash the 3x, and how much percentage decrease before it takes your losses? So, Shane, there's a couple other factors in there that could affect your trade. Normally, when you're trading like a perpetual contract for cryptocurrency, you're going to have a little bit of a fee that takes place. And it depends on the platform. You can either get hit like every 4 hours with the fee. You can get hit every day with the fee. So you get a very low fee that you could get hit with. So if you're expecting to hold for a very long time, you got to take that into play as well. But you probably wouldn't worry about the fee that takes place. So let's exclude that in the talk here. But it could be a factor if it's a longer term trade. Normally, right, a 3x leverage trade means that you've got $100 in your account, or you put up $100, but you're able to buy $300 worth of Bitcoin, for example. So you've got $100, but they give you $300 worth of Bitcoin. Now, I don't exactly know how whatever platform you're talking about, maybe it's KSX, is going to work or not. What happens is they will not let you lose their money. They will let you lose all of yours. Okay? So they're only going to let you risk $100 because that's what you have. So you buy $300 worth of Bitcoin. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. You make all of the money. So if Bitcoin goes up 33%, right? If Bitcoin goes up 33% because you own $300 worth of it, you now have doubled your original investment, right? Because your 100 turned into $200. But if Bitcoin goes down 33%, that $300 worth of Bitcoin is now going to be $200 worth of Bitcoin because it fell down 33%. They're going to close that trade out. They're not going to let you lose their money. So they go ahead, they margin call your trade, they force it closed. Now what you end up with is you have $0 or very close to it. Normally, there might be a little buffer. They might leave $5, $10 in your account. So it's right around that area. They're not going to let you lose their money. So what you end up with is you theoretically could get closed at exactly $0. You could get closed at $5, $10 left in your account or whatever. So it's not an exact number, but they will try to close it as close to you being zeroed out as possible there. So let's say that Bitcoin doubled in price. You would theoretically triple your money, right? Your $100 then would turn into $300. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, I'll try to explain it again in a different way. But let me know. Let me be very clear with that. So very similarly, if you go out on 100x leverage, right? If you've got $100 in your account and you go 100x leverage, what you end up with is $10,000 worth of Bitcoin. Okay? They let you buy $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, but they're only going to let you lose $100 because that's all that you've got in your account, or that's all that you've allocated towards the trade. Let's put it that way. They're never going to let you lose their money. So Bitcoin goes down 1%, you lose $100, right? 1% of 10,000 is $100. They close your trade. You end up with nothing, and they close it out. If Bitcoin goes up 1%, right? Now all of a sudden that $10,000 is turned into $10,100. You now have $200. If Bitcoin goes up 2%, right? Now you have $200 in profit. If it goes up 3%, your 10,000 is now 10,300. So you can profit very heavily, but you can lose if you're on a 100x leverage trade. So think about it that way, man. How much percentage does the crypto have to go up per each 1x? So I don't know what the exact relationship would be. So if you're talking about like 5x leverage, right? I don't know where you would essentially get to the inverse for you to double your money or whatever. But if you're on a 2x leverage, it's got to go up 50%. If you're on 3x leverage, it's got to go up 33%. If you're on 4x leverage, it's got to go up 25%. So if you want to figure out how much it needs to go up for you to double your money, divide 100 by the multiple for your leverage. So for example, right, if you're using 2x leverage, if you divide 100 by 2, it has to go up 50% for you to double your money. I mean, if you're not using leverage, it clearly has to go up 100%. So you're just dividing 100 by 1. If you're using 3x leverage, you're dividing 100 by 3. It's got to go up 33% for you to double your money or for you to lose out. If you're using 5x leverage, it's got to go up 20%, or you have to lose 20% to be margin called. But please also remember they might margin call you slightly before that 20% loss, depending on those fees that you get hit with, and also depending on whether or not they, want to leave a little bit of money in your account. But it should be fairly simple to figure that out there. Let's see. And if 100x leverage, obviously 100x leverage divided into 100 equals 1. So it's got to go up 1% for you to double your money. And hopefully it makes sense, man. I've never tried to explain it that way. So that's the way that it's working in my head right now. Hopefully it works the same way in your head. But let me say this, dude. Like, dead serious. If you're thinking about using the KSEC centralized exchange and you're thinking about trading on leverage, please understand, okay? I don't necessarily like leverage that much, but please understand they can close your trade out, right? If you've got $100 or $1,000 and you're putting it all on the line on a leverage trade and then something catastrophic happens. Now, I personally don't think that Bitcoin is coming down 50% anytime soon. So you might be, I don't want to say safe, right? Safest is just buy spot. But, I mean, it works, man. You're borrowing their money and they're letting you use it to make a higher profit if you believe things are going to keep going up. But, dude, if you're on 100x leverage or 50x leverage and all you can afford is a 2% loss before they close out your trade, I have never been successful with trying to do a heavily leveraged swing trade or a heavily leveraged, position. Never been successful with that. The only time that I have ever actually seen gains is on scalping. So I would not expect to go out there, buy Bitcoin on 100x leverage or buy SHIB on 100x leverage and watch SHIB double in price. And then you will 100x your money. If Shiba Inu Coin doubled in price, you would 100x your money. But all it has to do for you to lose is drop 1%. So you could very likely time it perfectly. Bitcoin could break through, or SHIB could break through right now, and this is the lowest that it is, and you jump in, and all of a sudden it's up 1%. Doubled your money. It's up 2%. You tripled your money. You tripled your money. It's up 3%. You made even more, right? 300%. But then it comes back down 4% and busted your margin. All of that money disappeared in one 5-minute candle that decided to sell off. So you can make a lot of money very fast, but then if you're 100x leverage, boom, it's going to bust your trade. And that happens more often than not because you could time it perfectly on a 5-minute chart or a 1-minute chart. But, dude, it just takes one decent candle, wipes you out, and then immediately turns back around. So the only success that I have ever seen heavily leveraged is scalping. Meaning, okay, this we've got our little trend right here. We're above this very short-term moving average. We've got a decent candle. I believe this candle is going to continue on. I'm buying on, let's say 100x leverage, right? I'm buying on 100x leverage right here. Let's see what happens. Okay, bought. Now, 1% swing to the downside. I don't think we're going to get a full 1% swing to the upside or downside here, but let's see how this would play out. You guys can see it in the top right-hand side of the screen. So I'm up. I'm making money. It's just one tick. All right, back down to break even right now. So I'm sitting here. I'm wondering if this is going to bust me to the downside or if it's going to go to the upside here. So this is 1.43% lower. Let's just say 1.45% lower, 1.48% lower. So we're in at 1.43. We'll watch that play out over the next couple of seconds and see what takes place. And you'll be able to get a little bit better of an idea of what leverage feels like. Been in it since July 2008. Holy smokes, Alien Head is absolutely killing that right there. Jeez, man. Nice, Alien Head. Holy crap, dude. that you're one of those noobs, man, that goes out there and buys beautiful winners that do nothing but go up, man. Congratulations. All right, so it's 1 o'clock already. This is a perfect example of a scalp. Okay, we're still here at 1.43. Darn it, coming back down now, but I did see a green line. So as soon as you see, like this, oh, darn it, just ticked again. It came back down. As soon as you see it go up, you're probably going to be better off taking the profit, right? Just to be completely honest. Now, it might rip and it might run up, but as soon as it goes up, right? If it goes up 0.1% and you're on 100x leverage, 0.1% times 10 is 1% times another 10. You just made 10%. So there it is, right? That's 0.20% that we just made. That's a 20% gain. Take it. Take it, right? Close out. That's a scalp trade. This tiny little stupid candle, which like doesn't even make sense, right? It's just this weak little candle right here. 0.20% move. If it was a 100x leverage trade, take it. Because what's likely to happen right now, you made 20%, man. If it was a $100 trade, you would have made 20 bucks. What's likely to happen is you're going to get some stupid red candle. It's going to come wipe you, and then it's going to turn right back around and move up. So, and that's not me telling you what to do. That's me telling you my experience, right? You do whatever you want to do, man. If you're wild and you think that you've timed the absolute bottom perfect, shoot, dude. 1868 might never be seen again. And to be completely honest with you, man, right? If you look historically speaking, we're up a little bit right now. But Bitcoin should never touch $68,000 again. Meaning we should never see a 20% decline in Bitcoin from these current levels. Meaning that if you wanted to 5x leverage, you could buy 5x leverage position in Bitcoin right now and it would never hit the bottom. That's historically speaking. That's if the exact same pattern continues on. That is because the election lows have never been touched from that point forward. So theoretically, man, you could open up a 5x leverage position on Bitcoin and never bust that margin. Also, not me suggesting you do it, just me talking about my experience and giving you something to think about, something to contemplate, and I don't know. Take a look at, paper trade it, whatever you want to do, but that's the way that I would approach any sort of leverage, man. No, not all of them. I'm going to delete this one. Don't take all my lines off, shit. But okay, been putting lines on Shiba Inu Coin for the last 3 years. What are you guys doing to me? All right, guys, it is 1:03. Get your names in the chat right now. We're going to do some shout-outs. Appreciate everybody over on TikTok. We've got, let's see, what is this? I don't even know what that name. Merry Wealth 5. I'll just put it that way. Pudgy, Jackson, see you later. Miss G, see you later. Blondie, we got It's My Lens, Kika, Cortez, Harry, Reality, Sis. Thank you guys very much for being over on TikTok. Appreciate you guys. NVIDIA, we'll look at NVIDIA in the next live stream, man. It's over for now. Frank, thank you very much for the member chat earlier, Frank. And I think that's an awesome idea. And just sign it down in the bottom right. Save us. Forefathers, have a great day, man. Pudgy, enjoy your day. We got DOGE pattern, have a great one. Doji. Yeah, don't get wrecked. Please don't get wrecked. Frank, see you later. Frank. We got Lonnie, have a great one, man. Lonnie, Frank, oh, there we go. Moji, yes, it is 1 o'clock, man. Gorilla, have a great one. Genji, have an awesome weekend. Doji, see you later. Gorilla, we got SD, J-Bones, baby. Forefathers rights. All of you guys, you know what time it is. You want to say it with me. Say it with me. Till the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.